think I've dressed too heavy for this. It's very warm today. I feel like a paedophile that's been found out in the Epstein files. Can you tell these are not fuck trainers? Weird bag. When you're a big boy and you're in your 30s and you're over 100 kilo, you need to make sure you're doing sprint work that's beneficial but not going to absolutely destroy your week. So this time I'm going to run it is I'm going to do 4x20 metre sprints building up to 85, 90, and then 2x30 metre sprints with some differentials in it, and then intervals at the end. You don't want to see them, they're boring as fuck, but this time we're supposed to stay fit and we stay athletic. Keep sprints, baby. Yeah. Time to go do some sprints. The toilets are open because I needed a fucking shit. Far too dressed up for this occasion. A couple of looseners, some A-skip, speed marches, pogos, lateral jumps, broad jumps. We're going to properly have a little tester of my hamstring today, and we're going to build up to 90, 95. See what it brings. I'm excited. I'm now not full of poo. Even less than I normally am. The SI joint release. Mobilise that spine. It's all in the hips, baby. Don't do these anymore. Balls always get wedged. Horrible. So A-skips are just really used for building rhythm and building sort of like that ground contact force, which is what you really need when you sprint. And then we've got some rhythm skips, which are basically just that, exactly that, building rhythm for sprinting. So I like the single leg hops just for the fact that it'll keep our body pretty stiff when it comes to ground contact. When you're in your 30s and 40s, like, you lose a lot of tissue tolerance, and you just tend to not be as springy, and single leg contact or lateral pogos in general, like jumping basically up and down, builds a lot of stiffness in the ankle for sprinting, but also a lot of force absorption, which is what you need. Boring shit basically, but your body needs it. Stay young. Enjoy. This is still the fucking worst thing. Always nail me. Don't know what it is. It's like you always get a second wind from warm up. Always. It's so weird. And then just a lot of rhythmic drills and sprint variations. You get it. When it's warm, chaps, have some form of electrolyte, just salt in some juice. I'm going to try and stop swearing so much in every video. It's not ladylike. I will strip soon. Again, you can see a theme here. Single leg bounds. You get it. I need something to go to my hip. All of these just lodged up here. So unless my back doesn't hurt, it's all lodged up here. Because I'm so thick dominant forward, so quads, my back does this instead of being stacked. So this lodges up, so I've got to release this so I can open up. Really wank. DOS. I used to be the guy in university. I thought, what a prick dressing like this. And now I am the prick that dresses like this. 35, by the way. Jesus. Let's hope these loosen me, because these feel rough. Newer DOS. Pardon me. So roughly we're about 4 weeks out from the season as making this video. So I'm actually building up my tissue tolerance on hamstring because I pulled it over Christmas. So there you go, that's why we're doing it. I rubbed my own ego here. There's not many that's quicker than me at 106 kilo. Not many. So these felt like 85, but I probably was actually only running these at about 75, 80. That's not rubbing my ego, but that's pretty much where I'm at. There is, however, probably more that can run more than 30 metres than me. I'm very quick over 30 metres. That's where it sort of ends. Going to do a couple of variations now. So there's something called a waterfall sprint, basically a crossover into a sprint, just so I get my transitions right, because rugby is not just linear, it's multi-directional. These are my favourite variation of sprint. Honestly, try them if you do a sport. There's one thing you can't be if you want to be athletic, and that's just one linear, which is why I don't class bodybuilding as athletic, because you are just very linear in everything you do. You sit on a fucking static bike or you go walking. That's it. Bodybuilding's great for its purpose. That's it. Great for building a decent physique. That's it. You can do both with different methodologies. And that's what I like. Is the fact that you can actually do a multitude of things and still get jacked. So you can still look incredible for holidays and be more confident with your top off and be able to move without pain. Albeit I'm a little bit pain now because my back, but still. That's what we get for being a dumpy motherfucker. So this last bit, I didn't actually record the full sets of 5. God, who's that Jack guy on the screen? Jesus Christ. I am running TRT as well, so because my test tanked at the back end of last year with me doing bodybuilding, but now I don't do that because I'm not a bodybuilder. Anyway, I'm not doing these. I didn't record all these because I didn't see the point. It's 5x300s, and I was waiting 5 minutes each time, so you'd have had a very, very boring back end of the video to watch. So I've tried to make it short and succinct as possible, so enjoy. People find much better ways to spend their Saturdays, but for me, this is the greatest experience to ever have on a Saturday. That and a beach club. Alright, I'm gonna go gas out, my feet are wet. I need to poo again. See you there.